Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Ask Amity Show. My name is Edmund. I'm here with my two partners, Jennifer and Cindy. We are the attorneys at Amity Law Group, and we help families protect their assets and ensure a smooth transition by setting up estate plans and living trusts. In today's video, we wanted to answer a very common question we get, especially with our clients, which is, how should I choose my healthcare agent? For those of you who don't know what a healthcare agent is, if you become hospitalized, whether it's from the coronavirus or another serious injury or sickness, you need someone to step in to make your medical decisions for you in the event that you're not able to. And so luckily, you can appoint someone in advance today so that tomorrow, if you need that person to step in, that person can automatically step in. So the question is, how do you choose one? And so in this video, we're going to talk about some of the problems with not having a healthcare agent, and we're going to give you some important factors to consider when you're choosing a healthcare agent. So I know that Jennifer has a personal story that she'd like to share with her dad when it comes to her experience dealing with this particular issue. So Jennifer, can you share your story with us?
Sure. So my story really surrounds my father. He passed away about 4 years ago now, but during his illness, we were lucky enough that his primary care physician was a close family friend of ours. And so they were able to basically tell us a lot about what was going on and, what type of treatment he needed. And so during that time, his hospital had a social worker come to us and tell us the importance of having this Advance Healthcare Directive. It's important to really understand because each hospital kind of works very differently. Unfortunately, there's really no streamlined procedure, and some doctors, if they're familiar with your family, maybe they will take, your direction without having an Advance Healthcare Directive. But if it's, more of a procedure where, they need this paperwork in order to, help your family member seek treatment, then it's really, really important just to at least have that. And so with my dad, we did have this Advance Healthcare Directive set up. And in our situation, we named my mom as the first in-line agent. So if he was unable to make his own decision, then it would be up to my mom, and she would have priority in making that decision for him. And if she decides to either, not make that decision or she was uncomfortable with it, then second in line would be my brother. And my brother is also a physician. So we thought he would have more of the knowledge base to make that call for my father. And so we did have that set up for him, and luckily, everything went really smoothly with him. And although he did pass away, but we didn't have that struggle and that headache, because we have had situations where our clients, they don't have the Advanced Healthcare Directive set up. Their family member gets ill and becomes incapacitated. What we would have to do is physically go to court, and that family member would need to go through probate, ask for a conservatorship in order to make that decision for the individual who is ill. And so, I think about a few years ago, there was a pretty big case where, a daughter fell ill. The mother wanted a certain treatment, but the daughter's husband wanted another type of treatment. And so there's a dispute between the family. And so without this Advanced Healthcare Directive, then doctors, hospitals, they don't know who they're supposed to listen to, who actually has the authority to make that decision for the individual who's ill. So, when somebody is sick in your family, there's already a lot of stress related to that. So you don't want to add stress on top of it. So, we still strongly advise you to have an Advanced Healthcare Directive in mind. And, another thing that is problematic without a Advanced Healthcare Directive is that you don't appoint somebody that you trust, to make that decision for you. So if you don't do something about it and make this Advanced Healthcare Directive for yourself, it's not within your control. So it's up to the court, it's up to, probate to decide and the judge to decide who's actually going to be your conservator and that person who will have that power to make a healthcare decision for you. So those are the problems that you would face if you don't make that decision and make that Advance Healthcare Directive for yourself, and prepare ahead of time for yourself.
Yeah, it's really good to understand the problem, because if you understand the problem, then you'll realize that you do want to set something up. So some of the important factors to consider when you are appointing a healthcare agent, Jennifer touched on it with the idea, the most important idea is that you trust them. Trust is the most important factor. So you want to make sure that this person has your best interests, not anybody else's best interests. So they are, you trust them to make that decision for you. And how will they make that decision for you? Well, you have to tell them, you have to let them know what your medical preferences are. So you need to speak openly about life support decisions, whether you want CPR or not, or whether you want blood transfusions. Those are really important issues to go over with your healthcare agent, so that they are fully aware of your preferences, religious beliefs, whatever it is your end-of-life decisions would look like, that they fully understand it and respect it, and that you trust them to carry those wishes out. You also want to make sure that this person is going to be assertive. They need to advocate for your rights in the hospital or a nursing home. And they may be facing some challenges, like what Jen said earlier about the daughter, with the mom and the husband having a dispute and not being able to reconcile their differences. So this person, this healthcare agent, needs to be able to address those issues and be assertive and let these parties know that you're the decision maker, and the reason why is because this person has appointed you, and you understand their wishes. So it's really important that you assert your position, that you choose someone who is assertive. Another factor you want to consider is whether or not this person lives close to you. You want them to be nearby and to be able to basically be called upon when the time is necessary. They also should be fairly healthy and physically able to help you. So if you've got a parent that is already an aging parent, or someone that isn't as healthy, then maybe they're not the best choice. So these are factors you want to consider when you are setting up a Advance Healthcare Directive. Make sure you list a person that you trust as your agent, and list alternatives in case that person is not here or no longer willing to serve. So that's all. And if you guys need any help in figuring this out or trying to navigate through this process, we are here. We'd love to help and to help you make these important decisions.
Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for your attention. Please continue to stay healthy and safe during this pandemic, and we'll see you in the next video.